If you're a Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul fan, or even someone just perusing YouTube in general, you might have seen this channel pop up in your recommended page called Saul for Democracy. At first glance, you might just write it off as some clip channel or generic AI slop, but upon a closer look, you'll find that it's actually a series of new videos featuring Bob Odenkirk and Jonathan Banks, who play Saul and Finger respectively. Are these even official? Why isn't it linked to the official AMC or Better Call Saul channels? Well, let's find out. We're going to be exploring the backstory of what exactly this channel is, and try to figure out the why of it, for good measure. No more half measures, Walter. You get it. Okay, I'll stop now. I'll shut up. I'm sorry. Our story seems to begin with Peter Gould, one of the lead directors and writers of Better Call Saul, and his Blue Sky account of all things. Who the hell posts official Better Call Saul videos on the Blue Sky? Apparently one of the best writers in TV history, I guess. On June 14, Gould made the following post to his Blue Sky account, linking a video from a channel called Saul for Democracy, uploaded the same day. In it, Saul Goodman, yes, the Saul Goodman, talks about the rights you have because of America's founding fathers, and for the love of Mike to always remember those rights. It's even approved by a kid named Finger at the end.
I'm Finger, and I approve this message.
I haven't been able to find any confirmation of this, but if you can, go ahead and correct me. But the general consensus seems to be that this is a quick goof video meant to serve as a celebration of America's 250th birthday, according to Variety. The Variety article goes on to clarify from Peter Gould that the video is not AI. Ergo, Finger truly does approve of this message. Looking at the channel itself, there's nothing explained in the About page nor any posts. However, there are a few other videos to go over. What started out as simply a little 4th of July joke to commemorate America became something deeper upon closer inspection. Besides just the Know Your Rights video, all the other ones presented within Saul for Democracy contain political commentary hidden in the subtext. In Democracy, Saul makes some facetious remarks about America's democratic republic system of government, yet heralds it as the purest form of government that should always be protected. Once again, ending with Finger approving of the message.
It's a funny thing, democracy. When it's working, it's slow and messy, and it leaves both sides a bit dissatisfied. Yet, it's still the greatest form of government this world has ever seen. For the love of Mike, let's not give it up.
I'm Mike, and I approve this message.
You'd make a way, Wolf.
It's unclear whether or not we are supposed to agree with Saul on this final point, considering that he is characterized as a sleazebag throughout the majority of both Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Then again, Jimmy McGill used to hold the morals that his Saul Goodman persona never had. It is entirely possible that a hint of Jimmy's moral honesty is shining through his final statement, or it could simply be an excuse for him to trick you into accepting the abject system of government we got, because it's the quote, greatest form of government the world has ever seen. The way I see it, instead of a Jimmy who would stitch together shredded documents from Sandpiper Crossing, who had been scamming the elderly retirees in their establishment, we'd instead give the Saul Goodman who would convince Jesse to launder his money through a nail salon. These videos also raise the question of whether or not they are canon, and if so, where they would fall in during the timeline. I don't believe these are canon and are merely for fun, as in the next video, Misdirection, Saul makes a reference to Bluetooth, which wouldn't be possible when Saul Goodman was active.
Where's the Bluetooth, huh?
Then again, one comment on another one of these videos told that Vince Gilligan made a comment that, quote, Trump pardoned him, unquote, which I found in an article by Fiction Horizon. Though joking, this suggests that it's entirely plausible that Saul could have been pardoned in an alternate universe or something, and then could become Saul Goodman again. Personally, I think this is a stretch, but if you'd like to believe this headcanon, feel free. Anyways, let's go over this Misdirection video. In this one, Saul warns us that it's easy to get distracted from bigger picture things, jingling the Bluetooth around in his hands like Markiplier with keys, while in the background, some giant furry holds up a box labeled files.
Is it in the right hand, the left hand, right, left?
This is where I feel the political commentary really starts to come in, though already prevalent in other videos. Jabbing at our current government and its fascist-like removal of individual constitutional rights and general lack of function. The files, quote-unquote, are an obvious analogy to Epstein and a critique of the Trump administration's distraction from the files to other issues. I think the political commentary in these videos isn't very nuanced, but I think the bluntness of it suits characters like Saul and Finger, and I think that sort of clarity is useful when it comes to the lack of media literacy people currently have, especially when it comes to political things. Though these likely are not canon, I would still argue they feel very in character for Saul and Finger, which is even more apparent with the next video, which centers around good old Finger. I don't think the writer for this is Vince or Peter, as some comments have pointed out, but regardless, I don't think this feels too out of character or tacky in its message, even if it may lack that same prowess. If anyone could find out who wrote and directed these videos, go ahead, and I'll try to pin it to this video if possible, but it's also possible that Gold wrote this and the others as well, since I was able to find this Instagram post that mentions that, quote, Peter Gold wrote and directed the very first video. Partially why I wanted to make this video was to discuss the most recent entry, which I think best demonstrates that these videos have a deeper message to them besides mere government jabs, and add on to the characterization of Saul and Finger throughout the Breaking Bad universe. The newest video as of recording this is a previously mentioned one featuring Finger, titled Right v Wrong. Finger recants a personal anecdote about his childhood, where he and his father tuned into the Army McCarthy hearings, which was essentially an eventual investigation into former Senator Joseph McCarthy, who had recklessly accused organizations ranging from the press to the army of being communists during the Red Scare. You may be familiar with the term McCarthyism centered around his name, essentially fear-mongering based on the instilled paranoia around communism during the 1950s. Finger recalls his father holding deep disdain for McCarthy. Despite being an avid commie hater himself, his father still regarded McCarthy as a scumbag.
And my pop, my commie-hating pop, mutters to himself, about damn time. No, I'm confused. I say, Pop, I thought you and McCarthy were on the same side. And my father looks at me and he says, there is right versus left. And there is right versus wrong.
I feel like this is the most important video of the bunch. It adds on more to Finger's childhood that had previously not been looked into before. It is still unknown if this is canon, since Finger had only mentioned his father in passing to Warner Ziegler as merely, quote, leaving behind a cold water flat and a stack of bills.
Left behind a cold water flat and a stack of bills, that's about all.
It is still entirely plausible that his father hadn't left him, or if he hadn't at this point of the story, meaning it could be entirely canon, as his comment pointed out. I feel like this is one of the rare times where we see Finger open up more about a personal story, such as his famous Broke My Boy monologue about Matt.
Broke my boy. I broke my boy.
Or his No More Half Measures Walter speech, also about his past to Walter.
No more half measures, Walter.
In addition to reaffirming Finger's morality with this new knowledge, there once again are obvious parallels to today, where fear has been instilled by the Trump administration to push an agenda of war, such as with the recent Iran war that hopefully is nearing its end. Like with McCarthyism, President Trump has created a sense of panic and hostility at an alleged, quote, imminent threat, and, quote, prevalent with Iran, only to be contradicted in Pentagon briefings to Capitol Hill that stated Iran was not planning to attack unless struck first, according to CNN. I think this is another monologue of Fingers that reflects his moral compass versus the corruption he bears witness to in the world, and also why he holds such contempt for the death of Maddie because of his crooked cop ways while in Philly. I think that these videos, while not as deep as his pretentious video essay made them out to seem, still have a modest amount of depth to them that I feel like may have been overlooked outside of the comment section. Furthermore, I haven't seen many videos discussing these shorts or even information about what exactly they are, which even Variety struggled to figure out, saying, quote, it's unclear when or where this video was shot. Did they rebuild the set of Saul's office, or is Odenkirk sitting in front of a green screen? It is also possible that more may come out. I probably won't make a follow-up video if that happens, but it depends on the importance of what is added. Regardless, thank you for watching this video. My content is all over the place right now, but for now, I'm mostly just doing what I feel like. But feel free to make suggestions for future videos if you like.
I'm Mike, and I do not approve this message.
Would you make away, Walter?